Here we are again, up, up on the beautiful mountain, up on the most beautiful mountain that touches the highest cloud in the sky. I am talking about the mountain that you'll never find. But just cross your fingers and hope that you do. We're going back to the old turtle fiddler. I don't know how old he really is, but I know a turtle lives to be right old. Maybe one of the oldest species upon Blackbird Mountain. Turtle Fiddler was talking to Firecracker Dan just a short few hours ago. He said, "Firecracker Dan, I want to walk through this beautiful mountain, and with our crystal ball, you sit in that high tower of yours, and you let me enter within that crystal magical performance of that crystal ball. I'm going to walk through, and you can see me from a distance, and I'm going to talk to where they can hear me around the world. I used to be known as the fiddler, the turtle fiddler, for I could fiddle with a fiddle without strings. Oh, I did go against Johnny all right. Johnny didn't win. He didn't lose either. But let's not say no more about that competition down there on the grandest stage of them all, the Turtle Fiddler stage. Now right now I'm going to focus. I'm going to have a great focus with Firecracker Dan and that magical crystal ball. So folks, throughout the whole world, hear what I have to say. You know where I'm at. I live on Blackbird Mountain, and I'm still here today. But how beautiful she is as I walk through the greenest forest, greener than the Amazon, where it rains every day. Yeah, the animals up here are the most beautiful colors that the human eye could ever trace upon. Oh, we got lead cats up here who has striped yellow and green polka dots. What a beautiful cat that is. Yeah, we got dogs up here. They look just like, some of them looks like a bear. Some of them has big claws. Some of them don't. But guess what? You know what we call them up here on this beautiful mountain. There's one right now. You all can see it throughout the world. We call it bear dog. You know, it looks like a bear, but actually it's a dog. It whistles in the wind, and it can grin. Just the funniest little life you've ever seen on such a four-legged creature. Yeah, the dog and the cat, they follow me around most of the time. I give them some of them garden green beans. They love them most of all. Yeah, I can them a jar here and there now, and they want to eat them green beans every evening. So that's why they got their colors. That's why they're different, and that's why one's a bear dog, and the other is the most beautiful, colorful cat, is because they eat them green beans. Some says up on Crow Mountain, the green beans are the best you've ever eat. But we'll never know that, because we the humans, the people of the world, would never find this beautiful mountain within our world. Yeah, we got birds up there big as airplanes. And we call them jets sometimes. They don't run on jet fuel. They run on potatoes and tomatoes from the vines. You feed them tomatoes, yeah, they can fly quite well. You feed them potatoes, the speed of flight becomes twice as fast. So think about it, when you go to Blackbird Mountain, you see the biggest birds that live up there. You wouldn't know what to think. You wouldn't know what to say. You wouldn't believe it. Even Ripley's, believe it or not, wouldn't have a clue to how big them birds are and how fast they had flew. Yeah, we call them dragon birds, the biggest, most colorful birds in the air. Oh, they are every color of the rainbow. And you can even say, at the tip of their wings, at each, there is a small pot of gold. So yellow at the tip of the wings, the small pot of gold. The leprechaun is the pilot. And boy, don't he know how to pilot those big birds. The biggest birds in the air since the biggest airplane. Well, we're going to walk right on down, says old Turtle Fiddler. He said, how you doing up there in the tower, Firecracker Dan? Well, Turtle Fiddler could hear him through that magical globe. He said, Turtle Fiddler, you're showing the world, the people, the most beautiful mountain that will never be found. But it don't hurt sometimes to show them how beautiful the trees are. The oaks, the hickory, the pine, the spruce, the maple, the hemlock, the ash. It doesn't hurt to show all of that, because these are the most magical trees that's ever been planted in soil. These trees bear every fruit, doesn't matter what it is. And you know, if somebody wanted a golden coin, and if you need one to spin on the mountain, there's a tree there that grows them too. There's a tree got the most beautiful silver coat and the most frostiest of snow. Even though the climate on Blackbird Mountain is never cold. It's never cold. It's just like the Amazon. It's a place where it rains a lot of times. It's got grass the color of the most purplish color that was ever hewed out of a stump. Yeah, it's Blackbird Mountain, the prettiest mountain you've ever laid eyes upon. But have you ever really seen that mountain? Do you ever hear the blackbirds singing their songs? Have you ever watched them eat that corn that the Turtle Fiddler had growing for all of them, and the buzzards so high in the highest tree that you couldn't even see the top of it? Yeah, that corn was golden, and it was golden queen. And some says, nah, that corn was also silver, a silver queen. Oh, it's the best corn that the blackbirds from Blackbird Mountain would ever eat. So, Turtle Fiddler, we know that you worked hard during this planting season. We know that when it come to an end, we know you harvested all, and you brought it to all of us. Even the honeybee had a little extra, because you put more pollen in your plants. Yeah, Turtle Fiddler, he was a pollinator. He knew how to take care of his bees, because those bees didn't live in the valley. The bees lived up there with Firecracker Dan and the Turtle Fiddler, all the beautiful, colorful animals, and the bird planes. That's where they all were at. So you want to go digging, you want to go hunting, you want to go seeking the treasure. So why not let's go there? Why not let's go there and follow follow the beautiful pictures within Firecracker Dan's crystal ball. Yeah, I'm going to allow everybody in the world to see that crystal ball. I'm going to allow everybody in the world to see that tower, to see where Firecracker Dan's sitting in the mightiest chair. Yeah, it's time to follow him through the crystal ball. Well, the people throughout the world, they all got to walking and a hollering and a running and a screaming. We're going to find that Blackbird Mountain. We're going to find it because we're going to go right inside, right through that crystal ball. So, they got to see the crystal ball. They got to see everything that was beautiful inside. They even got to say a few words to the turtle fiddler. Firecracker Dan, he had a voice, but he didn't say nothing to them. He didn't mutter not a word, for silent he became. But don't think about that turtle fiddler. Don't think he didn't know all of their names. So there was that crystal ball. Seemed like it's just like a big moon in the sky. Seems like you just reach out and touch it and grab it and carry it away. But no, that crystal ball was a million miles from sight, which they could see it because the magic allowed them to do so. They wanted to follow that crystal ball. They walked for days, they walked for nights, they walked for years, but yet they were no closer to that crystal ball since the day they'd taken their first step. So Turtle Fiddler, he said, I'm going to be the voice of the Tower Watcher, our great friend, the original black and white squared Firecracker Dan. He said, even though Firecracker Dan and I allowed you to see the crystal ball and all the beauty that Blackbird Mountain holds for everybody, we let you see it, we let you think that you could come straight to it and be in the mountain of the blackbirds. But no, you couldn't follow it. It was so many moonlight years away. And Firecracker Dan, that's the reason he didn't have a voice. That's the reason he didn't say a word. He knew he could let you see everything going on, how beautiful everything was. He knew the turtle fiddler could talk to you. He knew that he was the voice. He was the song. He was the dancer. He was the tree climber. He was the one that swam the desert and walked the oceans. But no, you're no closer to Blackbird Mountain than you were before. So at this time, the crystal ball, its light went out, and they saw that mountain for nevermore.